For us, we have a beaten up locker room in there right now. After that game, we're certainly not the only ones this season that have taken a hard loss like that, but difficult for us to take. The guys certainly are not broken. We've got a resilient group in there, great kids, but tonight. It was a tale of two halves for us defensively. The first half we got off to a decent start, and the defense was in a good place. But as the half wore on, the offense began to sputter a little bit. Our starts to our offense were slower, and we had some unfortunate turnovers that led to baskets for them or fouls. Zeb's second foul was an impactful play for us, and on that particular turnover underneath out of bounds. And then in the second half, we could never really get it under control. It was just like back and forth, an offensive game, and we're not in a position to be able to win games like that right now. We've got to win games with our defense, and we've had two straight where we've given up 84 and 89, and we've got to do a much better job if we want to have a successful season. And so, the guys are committed to VCU, committed to doing their best. But right now, you can see out there it's like there's been transition. There's some uncomfortable play out there, but at the same time, these guys are definitely committed to one another and want to see this thing. It's early in the conference season, and we've given up 2 at home, which is a brutal thing, but we've got to find a way to win some games on the road, obviously, and find a way to just, in general, begin to play more like ourselves. And you're going to have times like this within seasons where it's just, it's like it's a hurricane, and for us, it's right now, and we've got to make sure that we, stay there and be there for these young men and build them up and help them improve. And I think that's the place that we're at right now. And we've got to make sure that they're playing confidently together. And right now we're not doing that. And we're not as connected as we need to be on the defensive side of the ball. There's plenty of breakdowns, that happened in that game that, we're not good for us. But credit to, I don't want to say all that without saying, congratulations to GW and their team on finding a way to win.
Bishop.
And Coach, what was your thoughts with Joe Bam? Give you guys definitely an opportunity to win the basketball game today. Just your thoughts on his overall performance?
Yeah, I thought he did a great job. It's not easy playing against a school where you played at. It's not an easy thing. It can be an emotional deal. And I thought Joe did very well. I'm sure Joe would tell you he'd want some plays back, as we all would, right? It doesn't mean much if you score baskets, all of us, right? We score 82, and you're leaving with a loss, right? We've got to be better.
Toby
And what was the message to your players after tonight? And then also, what's the approach going to obviously with this game in the next 72 hours?
Yeah, the message is we're not playing good right now. We're not playing very well. And we've got to, it's on all of us in the room, right? Nobody outside the room. It's all of us within this organization, within our program. We have to commit and continue to commit, to one another that we're going to, get better and play better. And, ultimately, you can play as well as you want in practices, but you have to play well in the games. And you have to connect in the games and trust one another in situations and be there for one another in situations. And be solid. We're not solid right now. We have too many breakdowns that turn into baskets for other teams, and we've got to cut that out.
Fats had some great energy.
And fixing for the next game.
And Joe and Max, for both of you, what's the positive takeaways from tonight?
I mean, our biggest thing right now is we can clearly put the ball in the basket. We just have to get to a place where we're not getting shootouts. You know what I mean? So positive is we're getting 80 points. Now we just got to keep teams from also getting there as well. And we have the guys to do it, so we just got to really dig in on it.
Joe, how many times you seen Bishop do that when you